Saki here and welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can probably already tell from the title, I am going to be doing one of my most requested videos ever, and that is going to be showing you guys my entire Chanel collection. So this is going to be including, shoes, accessories, SLGs, bags, everything that I have from Chanel. Now honestly, I wanted to put this off because I always feel like I want to buy something new and I always feel like I'm adding stuff into my collection, so I kind of wanted to do it at a time when I felt like my collection was complete, and not that I don't think I'm going to buy anything else from Chanel ever again, but I am really happy and really satisfied with the collection that I do currently have. As you guys may have seen, I recently unboxed one of the most beautiful bags, I think, in the whole world, in my opinion. After I bought it, I kind of feel like I'm good. Like, I don't really think that I need any more Chanel bags, although never say never. There are still a couple of things that I am keeping my eye on just in case. But anyways, yeah, that's what I thought I would do for you guys today. If you are interested to see everything that I have from Chanel, and if you are a Chanel lover, please stay tuned to this video. And if you've never seen me before, hello, my name is Saki. I make videos every single week. I really love handbags and luxury fashion, and this is a channel where I talk all about those every single week. So if you are interested in the same things as me, please consider subscribing to my channel and taking a look around, because I think you'll really like it here. Alright, so I think I'm going to go in order of like accessories, and then I'm going to do my handbags. However, I thought I would do maybe like a ranking of handbags of sorts, like maybe go from my, not so favorites. No, I wouldn't say that because all of these bags are my favorites. Maybe from like my least favorite to my most favorite. That way it'll kind of be interesting, and I'm not going to go too in depth about all of these items because I think for most of them I have either unboxing videos or review videos on them already. So if I do have any relevant videos, I might put them down in the description section below, or actually just maybe link a playlist to it. Anyways, if you're interested, just check out the description and see what I've linked. Alright, so I think we're going to start with accessories. Now, I actually only have one Chanel accessory, like in terms of jewelry, and that is going to be these. These are a pair of earrings that I actually bought specifically for my wedding this year, a couple of months ago. It's so strange that it was only a couple months ago. But here they are. They are these Chanel like pearly earrings. Of course, this is costume jewelry, so it isn't real. I've pretty much all my life wanted a pair of Chanel earrings like this. I just love like the CC aesthetic with the pearl. As you can see, like the little pearl dangly kind of earring is literally like my favorite style. So I knew I had to pick these up for my wedding. They looked so incredibly beautiful. I'll try to like post a picture for you guys to see what they looked like on me. But yeah, these are just so special. I'm not really like a jewelry type of person. I do wear earrings the most, and I do wear like a couple of jewelry pieces here and there, but in general I'm not really a whole, accessorizing kind of person, so that is why I really don't have any pieces of jewelry from Chanel other than these earrings, which were bought for a special occasion. So yeah, I will always hold these earrings near and dear to my heart, and I love them so much. Alright, that was really short for accessories, but next we're going to move on to shoes. The first pair that I'm going to show you is the first pair that I ever bought. These are the Chanel espadrilles from, I believe, 2019 spring collection. So I did buy these at Neiman Marcus, and I have a love-hate relationship with these shoes. I love the way that they look. I think they are stunning, and I think it's cool that the fabric is a little bit different from your like normal espadrille. I think the normal ones are made from lambskin, but this one is like made of a netting kind of material with embroidery, and I think this is actually the reason why they're really uncomfortable. The netting obviously doesn't stretch at all, so my toes always feel like really cramped in here, and I don't know, I just haven't found a way to make it very comfortable on me. I've even, worn it with padding, and I wear it with socks, and yeah, it's just not that comfortable. I also feel like my foot slips in and out a little bit all the time. So you can see there's like a crease from where like my foot slips in and out, and then I kind of step on the material. So yeah, it's not the most comfortable shoe in the world, but I just think it's so adorable, and it's just a great looking summer shoe. Maybe I'll try to figure out a way to maybe put like a heel insert or something in there to make it a little bit more comfortable for me, but as it is right now, I don't wear these that much. Alright, the next pair of Chanel shoes is actually a vintage pair that I bought from the RealReal. So this is going to be it right here. I actually bought these because I really wanted a pair of Chanel like classic looking sling bags, but I couldn't find any that I liked. I just had to get them. They were incredibly cheap. I mean, for Chanel prices at least, but I think it's because they are, you know, vintage and used. I think a lot of people get creeped out by buying like secondhand shoes, but it doesn't really bother me that much, especially because once I grab them, I make sure to clean and sanitize them to make sure, you know, there's no germs or anything. But other than that, it's just like any piece of clothing in my opinion. So they kind of have like a different design from the normal sling bags like of this day, which I do have a pair to show you, so I will like kind of bring them up to compare. But basically the difference is that they are more rounded right here and the heel is a little bit higher. So they're not as comfortable to walk in my opinion, as the, you know, classic sling bags that are being sold every day, but they are still very, very comfortable and I just love how classy they look. Alright, speaking of which, I'll just go ahead and show you those slingbacks now. So this is actually the pair that I bought in Italy on my honeymoon. So I was really excited to get a souvenir from Chanel. I'll just quickly show you guys how these two compare. As you can see, it is a little bit different. The sides, you can tell, are very, very different as well. And of course, the heel looks super, super different. So these, unfortunately, I've still never worn out. They are completely brand new because I wasn't allowed to wear them on our trip to Europe because of getting the tax refund and stuff. You're not allowed to, you know, actually wear the items after you buy them if you want to get the tax refund. And then immediately after we came back from our trip, our whole country locked down. So yeah, I just haven't had a chance to wear these yet, but they are still my babies and I really, really love them. I bought these because I wanted a pair of classic Chanel shoes, and of course I wanted a souvenir for my honeymoon trip. I decided to buy these because they are in the most gorgeous like nude pink color, and they've got this really cute little Chanel CC as well. So this part of the shoe is entirely made of lambskin, but then the little toe is made of a fabric material, which I think is kind of nice because I don't think that it will scuff as easily as lambskin, and you kind of just can wipe off marks if you get any, so I really like that fact. I also think it's really comfortable. I only, of course, wore it around in the store, so I can't attest to like longevity or anything, but I did find it really, really comfortable to walk around in the store in. I am just so excited to be able to wear these out. I see them all the time on like my friends on Instagram, so yeah, just really happy to have a pair of these. Unfortunately, I haven't worn them out yet. Alright, and the last pair of Chanel shoes I have are actually also ones that I bought secondhand. These are the ballerina flats. Yes, of course, they are baby pink, but they've also got a beige cap toe, which I just think is the most incredible color combination. The cap toe is also in patent leather, which I think is so, so beautiful. I think I bought these off of Fashion File. I think in the outlets. They were really, really inexpensive. They came in really, really good condition. I've actually worn these a couple of times, so there is a little bit of wear, but overall, for it being lambskin, I don't think it's that bad. I also wanted to mention that these are in a size 37, which I go between 36.5 and 37 a lot. But I think with the other shoes like these slingbacks, the reason why 36.5 fits a little bit better is because the back is open, whereas this one is an enclosed toe. So maybe keep that sizing in mind if you are looking to buy Chanel shoes. It's not the same for like every style. But yeah, nothing else to say. I just think that this shoe is so incredible, and I just love like the two-toned Chanel shoes. I think they are so lovely and so classic, and they really go with everything. So I'm really excited to have all these pairs in my collection. Alright, moving on, we are going to talk about the one SLG that I have from Chanel, and that is going to be my Chanel card case in the iridescent collection from 2018. So I actually recently got this not too long ago. I really wanted a replacement for my Gucci card case, which I actually ended up giving away on my channel. Speaking of which, I am really close to 10,000 followers on YouTube, at which time I will be doing another giveaway, so please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There are a lot of people who watch this channel who aren't actually subscribed yet, so I would really appreciate if you guys could subscribe because there is a huge giveaway coming at 10,000 subscribers. Anyways, back to this card case. I bought this one off of eBay. It was marked up a little bit from retail price, which is inevitable for like the pieces from this collection because they are so popular. However, I didn't mind to pay it because this is still kind of rare. I barely see it pop up in the secondhand market, but I just think it's one of the most incredible pink colors I've ever seen in my life. You'll be able to tell from how many iridescent pieces I have in my collection that I really, really do love this color. I don't really have too many SLGs in my collection because I just find that I only need a couple of different pieces to really be satisfied. I'm not the type of person who likes to switch out of wallets and stuff, so I just find having the one that can fit in literally all of my purses is the most convenient and is really all that I need. And obviously, because this is so small, it can literally fit in any of my purses. Alright, so now we are moving on to the handbag. So I do have 10 Chanel handbags to show you. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this one, I think. So this one is my vintage vanity case from 2004 in the 9 series. It's hard to say this is my least favorite, but this is definitely one of my least used just because it is just a vanity case and it doesn't have a strap or anything. So if I do want to use it as a purse, I actually tie a twilly to the top to use as like a handle or a strap. But other than that, if you do want to carry it as a purse, you're kind of limited to just the tiny little top handle there is on the top. So that is why I don't use it as much, and I guess that's why I would call it my least favorite. However, I love the way that it looks. I think this is so freaking adorable, and I found this one literally in perfect condition, and it was only like $600, which in Chanel prices is just absolutely insane. So I jumped on it right away, especially seeing like how perfect condition it is. There is no corner wear, there's no wear and tear like at all that I could find on the inside as well. Some of these vanity cases have like crazy makeup stains, but mine doesn't have anything at all, and plus it came with the original authenticity card as well. So I was just super happy with this find. There's really not much to say about it since I haven't really used it as much, but it does fit a ton of items because, you know, the opening is like so large and because it is just like a bucket. However, I wouldn't like overstuff this bag if you do plan to buy it because the only way to carry it is from this little top handle, and if you attached a strap to it, I would just be wary of like the stitching popping out and stuff. So whenever I do carry this, I only put a couple of items on there, and it's only when I want like a statement piece to my outfit. Other than that, I just really love looking at it on my shelf because I just think it's so freaking adorable, and these vanity cases are being sold secondhand all the time, so if I do find any, I will link some down below. Alright, next we're going to talk about my Chanel boy. Now, I feel like this is going to be surprising that it's so like far down on my list of my favorite Chanel bags because I love the way this looks. I think this bag is so photogenic, so I actually take pictures of this all the time on my Instagram, but honestly, I never ever wear this bag. I love it to death. I will never ever get rid of it because as a Chanel lover, I want to have like all of the like staple styles in my collection, which includes the boy bag. However, I'm not a fan of the boy bag like at all, so the only reason why I even have this is because I love the Chanel boy jacket style, which is with the chain wrapped all around. The reason being is that this chain just like slides around all the time when you're trying to use it, and I just don't think it's very comfortable on the shoulder like this, and I hate the way that it slips off the shoulder because this chain is just so chunky and slippery, and I could go on and on about how much I dislike using this bag. The only way that I found to use it that I actually kind of enjoy is to put the strap on the bottom like this, but even then it's not as comfortable to use because the chain does slide on and off all the time, but at least it stays on a little bit better than just having the double chain. But yeah, I know it seems like I'm saying a lot of negative things about this bag, but I do really love the way that it looks. It's also pretty spacious on the inside. I would say that this small size is really comparable to the Chanel Mini. I have taken this on trips and I do feel like, you know, I could fit everything that I really wanted to in there, but it's just so cumbersome to use that I really never ever reach for it. Now that I'm finally doing this, I kind of regret ranking these because it's really freaking hard. But the next bag that I'm going to have to talk about probably is going to be my vintage Chanel medium flat bag. So although this one is really, really precious and so, so special to me, I just really never use it because of how old it is. This bag is actually from 1992, which is when I was born. It's actually a 2 series. So I think if you look up the date code, it says from 1991 to 1992, but I choose to believe that it's 1992 because I just think that we're twins. This one to me was such a surprising find. I actually got it from Yuki's Closet. Of course, it was 27 years old, so there was a lot of things to consider. As you can see, the quilting has really, really flattened out, and there is a lot of creasing here at the bottom. Same thing on the back, there is a giant crease right here, but overall, I think that there is just something so, like, charming about this bag, I guess you could say. It's just so like cute, and I just love all the little things that like kind of make it unique. Of course, a lot of people aren't going to, you know, like the vintage and used aspects of it, but I always like to keep this one as a reminder of like how beautifully Chanel ages. It's so interesting too because on the inside everything is exactly the same as a classic medium flap from today. They haven't like changed a thing, which I think is just so awesome, and it really goes to show you that if you buy like a Chanel bag, it's gonna stay a classic forever, I guess. So yeah, I just love having this one in my collection. It's really just like a gem, and I'm just so, so happy to have it. And the only reason it's like more towards the bottom of my favorites list is because I don't really use it as much. Alright, moving on, I think I'm going to talk about my Chanel Urban Spirit backpack. So this was one of the items that I actually bought in store. Most of these items I did buy used, but this one I actually bought on a trip to Vegas when I was there with Noah for his birthday actually. I flew us out there for his birthday, but then I ended up getting something for myself. But anyways, this was also during the 2019 spring collection, and I just fell in love with this pink. I loved it so, so much, and I've always wanted a Chanel backpack, so when I saw this, I just knew I had to have it. This one is in the small size, I believe. It's in between the mini size and the large size, and I've heard a couple of people call it different things, but I consider this one the small size since it is between the mini and the large. This one is also all in lambskin, and I'm really, really wary of it, and that's why I don't use it as much. Just because when you are using it as a backpack, it's like not in your line of view, and it's all really, really delicate material, so I just don't find that I'm like using it as much as I want to. I'm just like really, really mindful when I do wear this, which is kind of opposite about how I usually feel when I'm wearing backpacks. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you are interested in the Urban Spirit backpack specifically, because I think that these only come in lambskin. However, the other way that you can wear it is actually kind of like top handle. I know it totally defeats the point of it being a backpack, but I just love the versatility, and I love how you can do it both ways. Another thing that I want to say is that this bag is so, so spacious. It's basically like a giant black hole, and I love how much you can carry in here. I do love to wear backpacks when I feel like I need to carry a lot of stuff with me, so this definitely fits the bill when it comes to that. There's also a drawstring that I always keep open. I'm just like afraid, since like this drawstring is also lambskin, that it's gonna get worn out if I'm constantly like pulling on it, so I kind of just keep it open all the time, and I actually loop this part onto the lock so that when I close it, it looks like this. So I think that's how a lot of people wear it, but I do find that this is like very, very secure, and you know, it kind of prevents the opening from like opening back and forth and rubbing against each other. So yeah, just really love this piece. I feel like it's a unicorn because, you know, this bag doesn't come up all the time, and especially in this beautiful color, I actually kind of feel like all of my Chanel pieces are like mini unicorns, because I do really like to pick really unique pieces, I guess, in my collection. I guess that's kind of why I really love my collection, and it makes it feel really, really special. So yeah, just really love this bag, and I'm just so happy to have a backpack in my collection. Alright, the next bag I'm going to be talking about is my Chanel Small Classic Flap in the 2019 Iridescent collection. So I actually bought this one because I was like influenced by all of the YouTubers and Instagrammers who bought this bag in the small size, specifically like Lindy from Lindy SS and Drew Shikachore, and of course Stephanie from SL Miss Glam has this bag too. So yeah, I was just really influenced by them, and at first I didn't really care for this small size, but when I saw like how beautiful it was, I just really wanted to get one, and I thought it would be like really redundant since I do have a pink medium flap in my collection, but I've actually found that this size is really beautiful. I know there's not much of a difference when you're just looking at it, but I do feel like this one is a little bit more like squared off than like a long rectangle, and I just think it looks really good on my body frame. Now I do have a whole video comparing all of the Chanel sizes that I have from mini rectangular to jumbo, and it does go kind of in depth about these bags. So please check that video out down below if you are interested to see all of the classic sizes compared. This looks like it should fit about the same amount as like a medium does, but even though the size difference from the outside isn't that significant, on the inside I do feel like it's very significant. Everything just looks like miniaturized when I open it up. I don't know why. I don't think I would be able to carry every single thing that I would need, you know, from morning to nighttime. But I guess if you like pick and choose your items very carefully, you could potentially do that. I really can't think of anything else to say about this bag, except that I do want to mention the price of this bag. So I think in 2020 with the price increases, this is over $5,000 now. So although I do love this size and I would never get rid of mine, I kind of see why this bag isn't as popular, or this size isn't as popular. For the like $5,000 price point, you can, you know, spend a couple $100s more and get the medium size, which is more classic in my opinion and also a little bit more spacious. While if you do want something a little bit smaller, you can go for the mini size, which is still in the 3000s I believe, and get pretty much the same capacity on the inside. So I can definitely see why this size in particular isn't as popular, but I still do really love mine, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. I just think there's something very special and unique about this size. So yeah, I definitely really love it. Alright, next I'm going to talk about my Chanel Mini. So this is the Chanel Mini in the rectangular size. I think that this is one of the like best Chanel bags that you can buy, period. The reason being is that the price point isn't as bad as like a classic flap, but it has pretty much all of the elements of a classic bag. Of course, one major difference being the size, and another is that it doesn't have the double flap, but honestly, if you are looking for like a first Chanel bag that, you know, isn't a wallet on a chain, isn't an SLG, this mini I think is really great. It's like thousands and thousands of dollars less than, you know, the classic medium, even the classic small, but as you can see, it looks pretty much the same. My favorite thing about this bag is how versatile this long strap is. Now, it is a little bit too long for me to wear, you know, all the way out as a single strap, but I mention this in every video. What I like to do is actually pinch in the sides and tie a ribbon right here, and the strap becomes significantly shorter. Another thing that you can do if you don't have a ribbon handy is you can pull the chain all the way through to one side, loop it around itself, and then carry it like this, and then it even looks more like a classic flap because it's got like that double chained kind of look. I just think that, you know, for the price that this is and for the aesthetic and for the look, it's just such a good value for money. So I just think that the mini size is one of the best Chanel pieces ever, and I would highly recommend this to anyone if you are looking for a Chanel bag. So the next bag that I'm going to show you is my Chanel Jumbo. So this is also in the Iridescent collection from 2019. Are you tired of me saying Iridescent collection 2019 yet? Now this was the first piece that I got in the Iridescent collection, and I bought this one brand new as well. So it was a huge chunk of money, and oh my god, I had the most like anxiety when I was purchasing this bag because one, I did it over the phone with my Chanel essay in Vegas, so I wasn't even able to see and feel the bag before I bought it. This bag is truly amazing. I mean, you can fit literally everything. Like, you can fit everything in this bag and it still looks really beautiful and ladylike and elegant. Now, I am only 5'3" and I'm very petite, so this bag kind of looks gigantic on me, but I don't feel like it's too large. I do feel like a lot of people can get away with using this as an evening bag where I probably cannot. One thing I will have to say though is if you stuff this bag to the brim and really use the full capacity, it's very, very, very heavy. I actually used this on my trip to New York, not this specific one, but I had a different Chanel Jumbo, and oh my god, I couldn't get through like a single day without my shoulders just aching. That's really one thing to consider if you are wanting to buy this bag as well. Just keep in mind that the weight is incredible. I think this bag is like well over $7,000 now plus tax. So yeah, just a really, really crazy price point. I just feel so lucky that I had bought it in 2019 when the prices weren't as crazy as they were now, because I just don't think that I would buy a new one ever. So yeah, happy to have it in my collection, but it's really one of those bags that's so hard to recommend to buy brand new just because of the crazy price point. Alright, kind of to break up the classic aesthetic that I've been showing you guys, let's talk about my Chanel Trendy CC bag. I did buy this one last year, but it is from the 2018 cruise collection, I believe. This is in the chevron pattern, and the Trendy does come in the quilted pattern and the chevron pattern mostly. There are some exceptions, but those are like the two main ones. I do think that the Trendy is really, really beautiful in the chevron quilting because I think, as Jerusha Couture put it, who also has the same bag, it just makes this bag like stand taller and makes it a little bit more square and boxy, which I really love that shape and aesthetics. So this has all of like the classic design elements of a classic bag, such as the turn lock CC on the front and the back pocket, but of course it does have the added uniqueness of this gold bar and this top handle. And then my favorite thing about it is actually the strap, which just comes out of the bag like this, so you kind of just pull it out. It's kind of like a magic trick. I think that's why I really love it. Opening it on the inside, it does have 3 compartments similar to the Pochette Métis from Louis Vuitton. I have a whole video actually comparing this bag to the Pochette Métis if you're interested in watching it. Alright, we're down to the last 3 bags. So the next bag that I'm going to be talking about is my Chanel Walk or Wallet on a Chain. This style of bag was actually my first Chanel item ever. I actually sold my first Chanel piece in order to buy this one in the iridescent collection, so I always recommend this piece as like a starter Chanel piece whenever somebody asks me about it. The reason why I love this bag so much is because it is so freaking versatile. I actually did a whole video about how many ways you can wear this bag, and I think I found like 10 ways that you can wear it. Even though, you know, it really can't hold that much, I feel like it does hold all of my essentials that I need, and it's actually way, way, way more spacious than a lot of people think. One thing that I will have to say as a tip for this bag though is to get like a walk saver or a base shaper for this bag. I actually don't have one, but I did like kind of makeshift make my own out of like a cardboard piece of paper. The reason why I do recommend that you do that is because it keeps the bag from like sagging at the bottom, which is a huge problem that I had with my last wallet on a chain, and by putting a base shaper on there, it kind of keeps the bottom straight, and plus it stretches out the width of the bag. So yeah, I think this is just like the ultimate starter piece and like just one of the like ultimate staples in any Chanel collection, and I truly, truly love mine. Alright, moving on. My voice is kind of dying. This video is so, so long. Alright, so the second to last piece that we're going to be talking about is my beloved Chanel Classic Medium Flap. This bag is like my baby. I love this bag so, so much. It's always in the top of my favorites videos because I use it a lot, and it's just so, so functional, so beautiful, and so classic. If you're a luxury lover, you might be tired of seeing the Chanel Classic Medium Flap literally everywhere, but I think there really truly is a reason for it. It's just so beautiful and so classic. It looks so good on literally everyone, and it goes with literally every outfit that you can imagine. You can wear this casually, you can wear this for fancy events. I actually think that the reason why I feel that way is also because I have mine in the caviar leather. This is from 2004, which was 16 years ago, and it still looks like it's brand new. Like, I honestly don't have like a single piece of wear on this bag, and I've used it to death. Like, I even brought it on trips with me. I brought it on a trip to Europe with us, and I used it like the entire time. The one thing though that I will have to say that I wish that this bag was a little bit different in is the strap. The strap is a pretty good length, and I think it looks really, really great on the shoulder. but I just wish it was a little bit longer to use more comfortably as a crossbody. But other than that, I think this bag is perfect and I wouldn't change anything else about it. Alright, we are finally on to the last bag in my collection. Oh my god, I'm so tired. And that is going to be my newest addition to my collection, which is my Coco handle in the small size in the python leather. So when I unboxed this, I was actually really nervous to show you guys this because I just wasn't sure how people would react to the fact that it's an exotic, but I got so many positive comments and messages on that video. So many people loved it and, you know, kept saying like how beautiful it was and how much of a unicorn it was, and a lot of people called it stunning, and I'm just so happy that you guys love this bag too, because it truly makes my heart melt and it makes me so happy when I see it, and I'm just so glad that you guys love it too. But this is truly like a unicorn in my collection. I mean, just look at how stunning she is, like the color and everything. I just think it's so beautiful. The python leather, of course, is very delicate and it's so soft to the touch, so I'm gonna have to be very careful while using it. I actually haven't used it out yet at all, but I'm very excited to one day take her to go shopping or something, because I just think that this is like a showstopper and I'm definitely excited to use it. I've actually been getting more like used to this size. I'm more comfortable with it. I've been just playing with it, I guess, and you know, putting my things in here and really seeing like how much it can fit, and I really do love the size of it. I think it actually fits a lot of stuff even though it's considered the small size, and I do feel like it can hold almost as much as the jumbo does without having that incredible weight that the jumbo does. So I would highly recommend this bag to you guys if you are looking for like a classic Chanel bag that kind of has like a little bit of a twist. I love top handle bags, so this is definitely like just my perfect bag design wise, and I can't believe it took me this long to add a Coco handle to my collection. But honestly, it was totally worth the wait to be able to find such a unicorn, gorgeous, stunning bag. So yeah, I'm really happy to have it in my collection finally. And yeah, that's the last piece that I have to show you guys. Oh my god, my voice is dying. That was incredibly long. I'm sorry you guys if this video turns out to be like 30 minutes long. I just truly had such a good time talking about all of my Chanel pieces. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know in the comment section down below which was your favorite, or let me know if you'd like to see any like videos elaborating on any of these items. If you did like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do upload videos every single week. And yeah, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for taking a little bit of time out of your day to watch one of my videos, and I hope that I could be a positive and fun distraction for you. As always, stay safe and stay healthy out there, and I will see you next time. Bye!